It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another video for the Walking Dead universe. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at some pretty interesting pictures from behind the scenes of the Walking Dead Summit with Rick and Michonne. And these behind the scenes pictures actually give us a very interesting theory which has to do with a reunion between Rick and Daryl in either the end of season 1 or in season 2 if there is going to be a season 2. And this is definitely a very interesting and hot topic to talk about. So stay tuned. We'll be right back to break this down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So first, we have this picture. Now, one thing I want to say is this was actually posted by the guy on the right. He is a comedian, actor, who will be playing a role in The Walking Dead Summit, and they posted this announcing that he's going to be a part of The Walking Dead universe and shouting out Andrew Lincoln, who of course plays Rick Grimes. We see him on the left hand side of the picture here. This looks pretty awesome, and the only thing I would say is that Rick is wearing the same CRM uniform that he was wearing in the post-credit cameo that he had in the series finale, and it's exactly what he was wearing earlier on during their filming for The Walking Dead Summit. But it is definitely super interesting that he's wearing the same thing now because they're just about to wrap up, or they've already wrapped up for season 1, which means that whatever the story is, it's gonna come full circle in some way. It'll start with Rick wearing this type of clothing, and then it'll end with Rick in similar type of clothing. And that's definitely super interesting, and that brings up the possibility that it may not be the end. Like, there will be a season 2, because if you're gonna have things go full circle like that, then it doesn't look like there's much room for finishing the story and kind of bookmarking the story. It seems like it's open-ended to an extent, unless this is a flashback, which I doubt. Like, I don't think they're gonna show a flashback at the end of something that happened earlier on again, because there's a lot to cover. So I don't think they're going to be doing things if it's not absolutely necessary. So this was definitely very interesting. And obviously, Rick has blood on his face, so that's something else to keep in mind. Savage Rick is almost back. The next picture is actually this picture of Norman Reedus, who of course plays Daryl Dixon. The actor comedian, I forgot his name, sorry, but he is also in the picture. And Andrew Lincoln, who of course plays Rick Grimes. Now, this is interesting. I mean, there's two ways this could go. Either this is Norman Reedus just showing up to set, maybe on one of the final days of filming, or this is an indication that there is going to be some scene with Andrew Lincoln and Norman Reedus, who play Rick and Daryl, and that obviously brings up the possibility that they will reunite. I mean, looking at them here, they're probably not in character, like they're not dressed, and obviously with where the Raise the Dead spinoff is at with Daryl Dixon, which is in France, it doesn't look like there's any room for Daryl to go to France and come back and meet up with Rick and reunite with him in the Walking Dead Summit near the end of the season or early in season 2. Especially because season 2 of Raise the Dead with Daryl has already begun, like the filming of it a few months ago, and that was still in France. So there's definitely a lot of things to think about, and what I'm gonna say is this is probably Norman Reedus showing up to set to watch, and this has nothing to do with a reunion between Rick and Daryl, but it is a possibility. Like, I'm not gonna say there's a 0% chance, there's definitely a possibility. And then we have this one of just Rick and Daryl. Not much to break down, but this is probably from the same day during the shooting of The Walking Dead Summit. And that's pretty much it. That's everything I wanted to go through. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.